It has a dark stem. Let's see this one here. The one I looked at here had a dark stem. No green small print, white. They do have brown on the stem, but it's bald. So it's probably the shaggy parasol. Which means no eating it raw. It can make you sick. We can eat this one. But it's recommended not to. And it's not recommended for beginners because that looks so much like an amnemia. And a white spore print would put you in the amnemia family. That can be dangerous, white spore print, white mushroom. But they say a good rule of thumb for amnemia is it's a darker mushroom color with whiter spots, not a darker or a whiter mushroom with dark spots. That's not always true though. Sometimes in amnemia, the spots wash off. Sometimes you get really yellow ones on a white amnemia. What will you do then? It can be dangerous. Amnemia can kill you. It won't just make you sick. This has a bulb, but you can see it doesn't really have a collar, and it doesn't really have lines like an amnemia gets down here. Some of them get that, some of them kind of don't. It's got a skirt like an amnemia, but it's slightly different skirt. It looks kind of different to me. I've been looking at amnemias for a very, very long time. They have the same fluff on the top, basically. It's called scales. But they have a darker brown center. In the amnemia, you would get a brown mushroom with white patches. More likely. Now this one, to tell the difference between the shaggy parasol and the other parasol, another is to cut it, and the flesh should start turning color. That kind of went in yellowy. Trying to cut one-handed, sorry. It does stain. I found earlier with this one, you see there we go. Can you slice down the middle of that, hon? The stem, I can't hold it and slice. And then we can show the color. It kind of goes instant. Pull it apart for me. You can see it changing color now. Got some grass or something in the way here. But we see that it changes color. Now, that did turn brown or white again after the next day. That stain kind of disappears. But also notice that these scales are kind of brown now. Amnemias sometimes don't change that kind of color. They're not green. So they're not the one that makes everybody sick in the States with green spore. They're a different one. I'm not cutting that one up because it's so pretty. We don't really need to. And I wanted to show you a couple babies. We're not eating this one anyway. I get sensitive belly, so I try to stay away from the mushrooms that say it could upset your belly. I really don't need to be sick or hurting.
Yeah, or near it. Well.
Sick or hurting, and I'm the one that wants to try them all the time. You guys are like, yeah, sure. But I'm like, yeah, I want to try that, I want to try that, I want to try that. That's why we call me wild animals. But if they're poisonous, I don't take any chances at all. But they are so pretty, and I wanted to to add this, but I didn't want to add it to wild animals in case somebody sees this and tries to replicate it. I'm not suggesting you eat them. I'm suggesting you learn more.
Neither is caveman.
Neither is caveman. We want you to learn a lot more. And it's supposed to say something about the stem having brown marks. Of course, I'm not anywhere near the stem. Sure, I'm gonna pick one of these babies. Maybe see egg more at the bottom. You can see that it's trying to eat stuff around. There's underneath at the baby. And I'm looking at the stem, and its stem is bald. Kind of brown, but it has no patches on it. Nothing. Kind of stains brown when you rub it. Kind of wipes a white layer off. But we can cook this one and it'll be fine. I'm not guessing. Lepiota is also a deadly one. And we are going to do a mini movie about that right now. We'll link it. We have a lepiota out in the front lawn blooming at the same time. It is much smaller than this. We'll bring this one with us.